ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and members of the Cha-Cha Nation. My name is Hafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force. Welcome to the first episode of the Cha-Cha Hitmaker series. The Cha-Cha Hitmaker series is where you get to know those behind the smashing hits, the top charting singles, and of course, the award-winning album. This series also allows you to learn one or two things about music production. So yes, if you are an aspiring or an upcoming music producer, then this is the series you need to listen to. This first episode was actually recorded in 2020. Remember, the Cha-Cha Hitmaker series is being brought to you by Absolute Art Media. And without wasting much of your time, let me allow my first music producer to introduce himself.
Yes, so it's your boy, yo. Oba Ameen. That's my name. Then people know me as Prince Ameen. Previously, Lil Prince Ameen. So that is my name. You're welcome to the show.
All right. Thank you, Ameen, for being here. It's a great honor being with you today.
Thanks for having me. I'm really honored.
All right, so let's just dive into it. Tell us about your production journey.
Well, I started the whole musical journey around, I think 2002, thereabout. I started as a recording artist.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to go to a studio around Festac to record my songs. The name of the producer I still remember is a very good friend. We're still friends till now. Rossi TMK.
Okay.
So I go to that studio to record my songs then. So the first song I did was a situational song. I could remember that period was around December. So I actually we did the instrumental, we didn't record the song because there was no time to record the song. So I took the instrumentals. We then usually, though they still do that stuff, festival, all this festival carnival stuff, you know, they still do it till date though. So I took it to a carnival then at 402 around Festac. So I performed with the song. It wasn't an easy task, but I pulled through because I performed with just instrumentals the first time in my life. You understand? Though the MC, what's his name? I still remember he's a good friend of mine. Now we are both close friends. Oxygen. The MC actually yabbed me that day. Say, see money record in song finish. So me and I still help and manage them with the instrumental in particular. Like yeah. So I remember those days clearly. So I had a friend. We're still, all these people are still my friends though. Too much. We go to the studio together. He's a very talented artist. We record together. We do stuff together. Then, when it comes to music. So after that period, then I gained admission to Ladoke Akitola University. That was when the whole musical production journey started. You know, my first software. I still remember who bought it for me. I Play Media. Kayode. You know, that's his name, Kadri. So he got the first set of my softwares, you know, that I used in practicing because majorly I've actually, you know, this thing is if you need to have the interest in it. Okay. If you don't have interest. in these stuffs, whenever you want to learn something, you need to have that flair and interest for that particular thing you want to learn. So he actually I told him I want to dive into production. He bought the idea. He said it's a very good idea. So he got my software. So I got the software. Then I was using a friend's system at first, you know, before resuming school. I started the whole practice in Festac. You know, I go to use his system. Even I installed the softwares on Kayode's system too then. So I use the system to practice. I learned the Fruity Loop. The software is still well up to date. Now then it used to be Fruity Loop 2 or so, thereabouts. So, and Cakewalk, you know. So I use those softwares to practice and train back to back till I gained admission. Then when I gained admission, I stopped for a while, the 100 level, because the 100 level was hectic because school stress. Yeah, I resumed very late, you know. That actually affected my GP. You know, I resumed very late. So I had to stop the whole production until like 200 because I was squatting at that particular time. So that 200 level, I started the production journey back. Then I had to go back to squatting because they gave me money to rent my apartment. So I actually used that money to get my personal system, So I actually still squatted for another 1 year.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I needed that system to continue that journey. So when I actually, after that, so I was now getting to know the whole in and out of the software, So then from there, I started having customers. And I started making money from production. So to cut the story short, so you need to always have this flair for whatever you want to do. Take risk, because actually the risk I took that particular time was not paying my rent.
Okay.
At school I had to squat for another 1 year. So I took that risk and it paid off, because when I got to 300 level, the money they gave me for a rent, I had the rent they gave me. They give me 80K for the house they thought I was living in. So I left that house to a bigger house. I was paying 180. I did that till I left the school. I had a very big room. I made one side of the room my studio. You understand? I had courtyard, good toilet, good bedroom. It's like a bungalow, Okay. So I paid for the remaining 3 years that I spent in the school. I paid the remaining 100 extra K to the 80K I collect from my dad.
Okay.
You understand? So I had money, I had customers, and my school stuff was still going on, and so sometimes those risks pay off. So it's not a bad idea if you take some certain risk to kick off your career.
All right. So you mentioned that you started off as a recording artist.
Yes.
At what point did you decide to say, okay, you know what, let me switch into music production? Was it because you felt like, oh man, this music not go pay me, I'll go do production? Or what exactly inspired or motivated that decision to switch to music production?
Well, then when I was still when I noticed that when I always have this idea, when it comes to instrumentals.
Okay.
I always have this idea, and I have this intonation when it comes to sound.
Okay.
I have this deep intonation. I know when the sound is not right, and I know when it's wrong, when it's supposed to, Yeah. So that was actually what kickstarted the whole idea of me going into music production, But alongside I was still building my musical career. I didn't stop, because I could remember I did a song with Sultan and Baba D then I was still in school. So a guy came to my studio. He was trying to get. He said he was trying to get some. He was trying to fix. I forgot it. I think he came with someone to my studio. Yes, someone wants to record. So he said he was trying to get that song, and he went to his friend's studio. His friend's hostel to get that song, because he really he heard the song, he liked the song. So he said he was looking for the song. He went to his friend's hostel. That his charger even got spoiled along the line, So that really it made me see my career in another level. Though he didn't know I was the owner of the song. He thought it was he thought I just featured in the song. He thought it was a Sultan's new single, So that was the whole. But my musical career was still going on at that particular point, and the production thing was still there too. Everything was going well, but I took the production much more stronger and serious than the music.
Okay, professionally now, how long will you say you've been doing music production?
If we calculate it professionally,
let's start the calculation from when you started making money.
From when I started making money. That's 2005, 2006.
That was like more than 10 years now.
Yeah, more than 10 years old.
Okay, so have there been any artists like you've worked with in the past that have now become major artists, worldwide artists that we know?
Yeah, number one is Solidstar. I did most of his projects on his first album.
Okay.
Yeah, I did most of his.
Tell us how did that come about? The whole Solidstar production.
Yeah, it was my sister. My sister is we call my sister MC Eleru. She sells the one that's the one before me.
Okay.
You understand? My senior sister. So my immediate senior sister. So he usually sells stuff. He knows his boss then, OC Achievers. He sells stuff for them. He moves around. She moves around a lot. She sells stuff like clothes and personal stuff. You get. So that was how he met Achievers Music. That is OC Achievers, the owner of Achievers Music. So then he told him that his a brother is into music. Then he's a producer that he would want Solidstar to work with me. You understand? Then he said, "Oh, cool. That he's actually looking for a producer around because they keep going outside Festac to record and stuff like that." So that was how we got to know each other, and we clicked immediately. I swear, me and Solidstar, we clicked immediately. So, and one thing I respect Solidstar for is he's always ready to record. Like when it comes to the studio, the whole lyrics and everything is in his head. All we just do is put head together, do a very good beat, and voila, he's recording already, doing his stuff. So I respect him a lot for that. You know, he's someone I really respect when it comes to music. But a lot of people don't know that, you know. He's a very, very talented artist. But I know the sky is his limit. He's still on board though, and everything is still going on well.
I mean, Solidstar is one of the household names.
Yeah, household name. Yeah. So, but a lot of people don't know that he's someone that takes his music very seriously. He's not one of those people, because what people see is different. You know, when they see Solidstar that smokes, that but they don't know when it comes to his business, when it comes to music, he takes it very serious. Like his lyrics is always up there. He comes to the studio and just drop, you know.
Aside from Solidstar, which just mention like 3 other artists that you've worked with.
I've worked with Sultan, Faze.
Okay.
I've worked with a couple of celebrities too, you know, that featured on production I did, or mix I did, like Two-Face, Fino, what's his name, Reminisce, a lot of artists, Bliss, and you know.
So far so good. Which of these popular artists that you've worked with will you say was a difficult one to work with, and why was it difficult?
I would say Sultan, because I won't say he's a perfectionist. He always wants everything to go well, you know. Finally when after the whole stress, you always see the result. You understand? So I feel he's actually the person that I've actually, you know, he's a very talented artist. So he knows what he wants, you know. So I feel like he's like the most difficult artist I've worked with.
Okay. So there's always this debate, you know, going up in Nigeria, and I won't lie to you, this is probably one of the major reasons why I decided to start this series. That a lot of music producers in Nigeria do not get the credit, or let me say the fame or the recognition that they deserve. You know, like we all know about the Whiskey, the Davido, but most times we really don't know those people responsible for making those hit songs. So what is your own take about the whole issue of Nigeria? How do you feel like the Nigerian producers, how do you feel they've been treated so far in the music industry?
I feel that in that aspect, I feel is the way we place ourselves, you know.
Okay.
You know, some producers actually took the necessary steps, while some didn't. You understand? Some producers actually begged for these celebrities to use their productions to get to that stage they are.
Okay.
You understand? While some they actually, you know, took the actually necessary steps. So you can't blame the artists sometimes. The fault might come from the producers too.
Okay.
You understand? Because they want that fame. So when they get to that stage of that, when they become famous, they now start making all sorts of complaints that the artist did not do this, because that was how you people started. You know, you started with this artist by not collecting money for him to jump on your beat. So why do you now want him to start paying you after the whole process? You understand what I'm saying? Because there wasn't an agreement or this thing that, okay, I'm going to do this for you for free. When this song blows, I'm going to get a certain percentage or this. There no agreement. So you can't blame this artist. Some of these complaints, if you check the whole this thing well, you know that it's from the artist, it's from the producer, not the artist. You understand? So that's my own take. in that aspect.
Okay. So now, like you've rightly said, you've worked with a lot of celebrities so far.
Yeah.
Is there any artist out there, any celebrity artist out there that you still wish you want to work with?
Well, I love a lot of Nigerian artists, but in this my level of experience in music and my career, I don't force things.
Okay.
When any of those artists comes my way, will definitely work. You understand? Yeah. So what I'm doing is just sticking to my lane right now. I'm trying to redefine my music. You understand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and still making money from my production. And you forget that the name no day up there yet, but I'm still actually working.
All right. What about because I used to hear a lot of this from upcoming artists, because I also have a series meant for upcoming artists, and at times when I talk with them, they tell me like, oh, it's hard getting a well-known producer to work with. Like, if all these producers, once they don't work with all these celebrities, they know they like to work with upcoming artists. You as a music producer, are you in that aspect? Do you see, because you work with the like of Faze, Sultan, Faze, Solidstar, do you say you're not going to work with any upcoming artist, or you're open to any artist as much as that artist is good and talented?
I work with every artist, That is, I work with even Quack, very terrible. The people, there's some people call me Transformer because I know how to transform a very, very whack artist to a talented artist. Because I've been doing that all my life, and I still do that till now. I know how I transform artists, and when it comes to recording, when you come to record in my own place, if your song is not up to 70-80%, the song is not leaving my studio. That is how I operate. Okay. You understand? So I feel when it comes to, there are some producers that some producers actually do that. They make themselves difficult to reach. I feel it's their foundation. Okay. You understand? Because if you have a very strong foundation, you know that you need to always balance with upcoming and known artists, because you don't know the next celebrity. Yeah. You understand? So I feel that's my own take on that.
All right. So you mentioned about being working with some quack artists and some artists where when they come, their song has not been good. Yeah. Has there been a time an artist came to record and you're like, guy, now what for you? What's be this?
Most time, see what I just do, I tell them that their song is not good, they need to work on their craft and this thing, but I still try as much as possible to make sure that song comes out well. Basically, you understand?
All right. So for every young and aspiring music producer that might be listening to us right now, what is that guideline or that step that you might want to give them into starting their production, if they want to go into production?
Well, I feel the major guideline is for them to have that focus, because if there is no focus in whatever you want to do, you're not going to achieve a jack. Like, you're not going to achieve anything. So you need to have that focus, and you need to know what you're doing. We have different aspects in music. Like now, I don't even produce anymore. I just do mixing and mastering, because I found out that that's like the aspect that I'm so good at. So most times I just bring up the guys I've taught how to. I still teach guys how to produce and mix too. So most times I just advise them to pick a particular craft out of that music industry. That if you know you are so good with production, stick to that production. If you know you're good with mixing, stick. So most times I just call guys to come do productions for me. You understand? So I don't produce anymore, except for some certain people that will be like, guy, now you want me to do this production for me. Yeah, I don't mind if it takes 2 months. Just they do a small. So those are the exceptional. Like, those are the people I still do their productions for them. So basically, you just need to have that focus. You understand? And know what you're doing. You understand? Basically, that is my advice for them.
All right. So before you go, there's something you just mentioned now, which just occurred to me, that a lot of people might also not know the difference. You might have mentioned you really don't do production much. What you do is max.
That is vocal engineering.
So now let's just break it down. What exactly does a music producer do in a song? Like, just the 1 to Z or 1 to 3 that a music producer does in a song.
As a music producer, it's slashed into different segments. Okay. We have the music producer, like people that don't even do anything. They just direct you.
Okay, like
You
put this
understand?
verse here, put that verse there.
You understand? Then we have the ones that write.
Okay.
We have instrumentalists.
The ones that create the beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we have these vocal engineers.
Okay.
So we have different segments of, you understand? So we are all music producers. You understand? So but just need to know where you belong to. You understand? So you don't just jam pack everything together. Because if you major on one particular one, you'll be a master in that craft. You understand? You know what you're doing. So when you charge someone with authority, they'll know that, okay, this person knows what he's doing. Let us give this person his job. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's just like that.
All right. So thank you very much for being on the podcast today. I really, really appreciate you giving me your time and being here on the podcast, making this happen. Thank you. And just one last question or one last thing I would just like to know before you go.
Okay.
You rightly said you started as a recording artist and your music is still ongoing.
Yeah.
Is there any project you're working on right about now for you personally?
Yeah, I had I have 3 albums now.
Okay.
I drop albums, so I had one. Was it last year? I think that was last year, or was it upper year? I think last year or so. So I have 3 albums, so I've not started recording yet, but I'm hoping to go into. I'll start recording by next month.
Okay.
You understand? Another project entirely. You understand? So I always try new things. So my first album is different from the second, also different from the third. So I always try to, deviate from normal stuff that people know about my music career. But I still give them my normal regular stuff. So whenever I do a project, I give them, like, let's say 40% of the project, the normal kind of music they know me for.
Mm-hmm.
Then I still do that new kind of music, sound, and something different that people have not heard before. So basically, I have a single. I usually drop my singles on my birthday, July 28th. So I have a single out there. I tried rapping. I think that went where people actually really like the song. You understand? It's more of a Corona kind of song. So I was actually talking about the whole stuff going on inside Corona. Still, the title of the song is Birthday, so you can as well Google the song and check the song out. So whenever you need to, whenever you want to know what is going on with what is still going. I know I have fans out there, so if you want to know what is still going on with Lil Prince Ameen, he's now Prince Ameen. I took away the so the Lil is not there. So when you search for Lil Prince Ameen, it might still be bringing out the whole project. So when you want to know, if you want to know about the new project, just search for Prince Ameen on Google. You see my new project and upcoming projects too. You understand? And I'm still trying to. I have this artist we dropped an EP for like a couple of weeks back.
Okay.
His name is Sensei. You understand? You should check the boy out too. He's a very good and talented artist. So we're doing stuff. A lot of projects are going to come out on the long run. So just stay tuned.
All right, thank you very much for being here. I mean, it's been a great pleasure talking to you and getting to know your music and your production journey. Thank you very much.
With that, I have come to the end of the first episode of the Chacha Hitmaker series on the Chacha Music Review Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I did, and I hope you've also learned 1 or 2 things about music production. Till I come your way with another episode, my name still remains Hafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force. Peace out.